pulling it in these cards. I need to figure that out. So if any of you people, I was going to say ladies, but men have long hair too, as seen by me. If any of you people have help with how not to get your hair caught in things, please tell me, because I could use that information. But today I'm talking about how we as people, specifically how we as spiritual practitioners, hi there, John, how we can show up, right? How we can show up in our lives and show up in our practices, even when we don't want to, and maybe we don't want to for a variety of reasons. Maybe life is getting tough. Maybe we're tired. Maybe we're sick. Hi there, Lily. Maybe we're having a breakdown. Hi there, Rose. I know for me, I have had a variety of issues, right? Like over this last winter, it was really hard for me to show up. I just had shave your hair, maybe one day, but not right now. I love it, John. That's great. Of course, a man, right? Of course, a guy would give that answer. Just get rid of the hair, then you don't have to worry about it. But for me, I was having a really hard time showing up because I was in the middle of some like breakthrough moments. And I wanted to, if you're one of these people, like you're a spiritual practitioner, you see clients, you host live streams, you do readings. I want to let you know that, like, I want to honor you. I want to honor where you're at, because this line of work is not for the faint of heart, right? We deal with lots and lots and lots of kind of crazy things, right? We deal with people who are grieving. We deal with crazy beings. We deal with energies. And to do this work properly means that we really have to look at our own garbage, right? We have to look at our own fears, our own doubts, our own attachments, and really let ourselves participate and process all of these things. And it can be freaking hard work, right? For those of you who don't really know what shadow work is we're literally looking at our own shadow, right? Those aspects of ourselves that we don't like. And I don't just mean like when you don't like your hair, or you don't like how you look without makeup, or you don't like your body shape. I mean, because those are part of it, right? That's very much so part of it. But it's when, that aspect of ourselves that we dislike so much that we ignore it, or we project it, or we pretend it's not there. And that's kind of what I'm talking about, is that as we do the spiritual work, as we learn how to see our own shadow, we will be more fully realized beings. And as we are more fully realized beings, we can help our clients, our students, the people we're healing become, more fully realized beings. And this is exactly it. I love how John says, John, oh my God, John, like this is exactly it. Imagine putting your smile on your face, because we have the ability to save lives. And this is exactly what I'm going to talk about. So I really sincerely appreciate you saying this, because this is 100% the truth. And this is what I lost contact with, in December. I was really me focused. I was not able to see, I was not able to hear, I was not able to participate. My mind and spirit are getting ahead of me. I was not able to participate with why I'm really here, right? And this is exactly it, is that, we have to have love and we have to have gratitude for yourself, right? If you are going through a tough time, I'm not just going to tell you to man up, because there are people who told me to just man up. And I was going through something that manning up isn't really the appropriate thing to do. But we have to pay attention. Why are we doing this? Why are we in this field, right? We are in this field to help people, to create transformation, to change the world, to save lives, because that's exactly what this will do. Right? I mean, I have friends who, because of their teachers, because of their spiritual practice, they're still alive. They did not commit suicide, right? I mean, I was having some really crazy things going on. And because of my spiritual practice, I was able to get out of it, much, much faster. I was able to be very happy and very healthy. Whereas I think, had I not had this, I know it would have taken me much, much longer. And that's what we do. We support people through really tough times in their life. And so we need to keep that in our thoughts. Hi there, Terry. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Renee. Hi, Cam. Hi, Stacy. Just getting all sorts of people. Thank you so much for joining me. I just love you. So I'm going to go ahead and pick some of my cards. Pick from this tarot deck, right here. And I want you to know that if you are struggling, because I talk to people all the time, right? That's what I do. I talk to spiritual practitioners who are struggling in their own life. And it may be something big. It may be something small. That's keeping them from progressing in their practice, whether it's attracting more clients, making more money, letting go of their limited beliefs. That's what I do. That's what I work with. Like today I talked to a woman and we were talking about her reading practice. And she was telling me about how she was frustrated with her clients, right? She's frustrated because she gives them advice, she gives them information, but she doesn't participate with them, right? She doesn't, or like the clients aren't able to hear. And she gets really frustrated because they're not listening to me. Why don't they listen? And I had to straight up ask her, do you listen to yourself? When you get information, when you get intuition, do you listen to it? Do you receive it? Right? And she kind of sat with that for a moment and she was like, you know what? I don't do that. And then I was also like, because when people don't listen to us, right? Yes, we can get frustrated. We can get angry. We can be like, they're not listening to me. Why aren't they listening to me? But I want to tell you, because of my own experience and what I see, is that when people aren't listening to you, that's a symptom. It's not a cause, right? It's a symptom. It's a symptom. It's the world. It's the universe. It's the energy showing you that, one, you're not listening to yourself. And just like how I asked her, are you listening to other people? Are you being open? Are you being open when they're trying to tell you things, when they're trying to help you? And for her, the answer was no. She was not as open as she could be, and then so I kind of talked with her about that. And, and we kind of figured out why that blockage is, what's going on. But that's what I'm trying to get here, is that when we have a big blockage, when we have something we're frustrated about, we're irritated with, we don't know how to connect with our clients or with our practice or with ourselves, is there's something going on, right? This is a teachable moment. Hi there, Rue. I'm just so grateful to have you here. Hi, Linda. Let's see what's going on. And John says, business, please, if you were guided. Definitely. That's exactly what this is all for. It's to help people who are spiritual practitioners grow their business. Because everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves validation. Everybody deserves information. But, right now I'm really working with people who are out in the world doing this, because it takes us, right? Like, we are the first line, right? We're out there fighting against the darkness and the negativity and, all this crazy, terrible stuff, even to the point where we have to realize that it's not even important enough for us to fight, right? We just have to, show up with our swords of light and just, be light and peace and these beautiful beacons in the world, because there's a lot of craziness right now. And people are really desperate, really hungry, really needing what we as spiritual practitioners have to offer. Nikki says, mine is just getting out there. They have free will. We need to care enough to offer the guidance, but not care too much that it affects us personally. Hi there, Liz. Hi, Doug. Yeah, John. And that's very true. We also have to allow ourselves to not be, not attached to the outcome, right? We have to, and part of this, and this is what I work with people about, is that without rejecting anybody, because we're not here to reject anybody. We're not here to say that you're not good enough to be my client, but we have to work with people who will listen. That's one of the big things that when I work with people, is that they have to be coachable, right? If someone's not coachable, I'm not going to waste their time and I'm not going to waste my time trying to help them, because they're not open. They're not open to receiving. But what's nice is that this is one thing I know, that if the universe presents to me a bunch of people who are closed-minded, who are not listening, who are not willing to participate, I know that that's a reflection of my own mind. I know that it's a reminder that, how can I be more open? How can I be more willing to listen, right? And it doesn't mean that I have to participate with every single thing someone says, but I have to be willing to listen to them. And sometimes listening means seeing what's beneath the words, right? Like, I look past the hurtful comment, look past the anger, look past the closed-mindedness, whatever may be coming up, and really see, right? See their pain, see their frustration, see whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a card. I want to keep talking about this idea of not listening, though, because I want you to know that if in the past, if you're one of these people, right? I've been one of these people where I'm closed-minded. I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear. If you're one of these people who, you've been that, I want you to know, partly it's because it's a protection mechanism, right? Think about those times in your life where there were people, probably loved ones, who, what they said to you was not kind, was not loving, was not sincere, generous. It didn't make you feel special. It didn't make you feel wanted. And so as a protection mechanism, we as human beings, we put up these borders, right? We put up these barriers. We're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to participate with it. I'm not going to listen. And that's what can happen, right? We put up these walls. We don't listen. And because we have the walls, we're not open. We can't receive. We don't let ourselves learn. We don't let ourselves grow. Hi there, Mary. Hope you have a good day. I love it, Ruth. Like, we have 11 people watching. And 11 is a really good number. Hi there, Rose. Facebook has a plethora of negativity and people seeking sympathy. And I want to say that that's just a symptom, though, right? It's like, while having love and compassion for all these people, because, that's a lot of hurt people. That's a lot of people who don't know how to love themselves. Maybe they don't know how to love others. Maybe they don't know how to be loved, right? I mean, I've fallen into every one of those categories. And while I have not necessarily, to my remembrance, maybe I have, um, I'm not necessarily those people that I post my stuff on Facebook, but, I'm still one of those people who is learning how to love themselves. And so that's what this is. We have to allow ourselves to see the pain in the world and acknowledge that it's, there's no judgment. It's just they don't know how to love themselves. But as spiritual practitioners, we have to understand that if someone isn't willing to listen, we have to spend our time on people who can. And we have to put our message out there in a way that is safe, in a way that is validating, in a way that is loving, so that, we can kind of slowly but surely chip down those walls so that everybody can learn to love. Everybody can learn to, give love, to have love. That's why being a spiritual practitioner, a Reiki master, a teacher, a psychic, a medium is so important, because that's what our job is, right? We are the people that we are teaching people how to love. We are teaching people how to connect with the world at large. Hi there, Tabitha. Rue says, what we are living around people whose presence trigger us. How can I improve? Rue, that's a really, really great question. And I want to validate you and everybody who's in this situation. This is one of those things where when we are around difficult people, we have to practice love, right? It's because that's the big thing, is that boundaries, right? There's this idea that we use boundaries to separate us, right? It's like, this is my boundary, you stay on the other side of it, go away, don't talk to me, don't come into my life, we're separate. But that's not what a boundary is. A boundary is there to make it easier